Tell me everything, Mama.
Oh, the club is just, it's so beautiful. It's a bit smaller than the one that we have here, but it's lovely, and it's all been decorated by this woman.
Did you meet her?
Yeah, I met her.
Where did Uncle Duke find her?
Oh, that's a good question.
Well, then after all the screaming and yelling, you know, sort of died down, it got real quiet. And, well, did that quiet mean what I think it meant? Oh, honey, I'm so glad for you. I am.
I'm really glad, too. You know, somehow, though, I owe this all to Colton.
What?
Well, you know, I just still don't trust him, really. But I do owe him a big one.
What are you talking about?
Well, he simply explained to Tony what I was like growing up. And somehow he made Tony understand why I'm the way I am. And Tony was really thankful, and Tony loves me.
Oh, but sugar, I knew that.
Oh, and by the way, the other woman that Tony was with last night, it was Felicia.
Felicia? You're kidding.
No, I'm not. And I felt like the biggest fool.
Sugar, I've always known that Tony loved you and nobody else. I'm so happy for you.
Oh, I know you are. I do.
I'll get it.
Okay.
I'll get it. Oh. Colton.
Good morning.
Good morning, sugar.
Lucy. Hi, Lucy. I hope I didn't come at a bad time.
No. You all go ahead and sit down and I'll make another pot of coffee. I think Lucy's got something she might want to tell you.
What's she talking about?
Thank you.
And you found this in the dark?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's go back over the chronology of events, all right?
Sir?
The time sequence that things took place in.
Yes.
Right. You're making your rounds, and then you noticed a van pulling away from the dock area, right?
Yes, sir. But like I said, I didn't think anything about it because lots of people fish down there at night.
Uh-huh. And the next time you came round, you found this lying on the dock. What'd you do with it?
I put it in my pocket.
You put it in your pocket. How many people do you know in Port Charles that go scuba diving in the middle of the night? Now, aren't you up on investigations? Don't you read the bulletin board? Weren't you this much suspicious?
Robert, could I talk to you? Look, the boy is just out of the academy. Aren't you being a little bit tough on him?
I don't think I'm being tough enough.
All right, look, you mind if I talk to him?
Be my guest.
Officer Charlotte, listen. You did the right thing bringing this in. I'm proud that you suddenly realized that it might be important.
Thank you, Chief.
What I want you to do is I want you to think back to that night and think, is there anything else that was out of the ordinary?
Well, no. Only that the van had New Jersey plates.
You sure they were Jersey plates?
Yes, sir.
Get the numbers?
No, sir.
Make?
I'm not sure. It was older. Wait, it was a foreign model, a van.
Color?
It was dark. It looked gray.
Light, dark, metallic?
I'm sorry, Commissioner Scorpio. It just looked gray.
It's all right. Most things look grey in the evening. I don't suppose there's any...
Sorry.
Claire, please come in, Duke. Do you mind leaving us for a moment?
No. I didn't mean to interrupt. Anything important?
It's all right. New recruit out of the academy, I'm toughening him up a little bit.
Oh, you're certainly the man to do that.
Have a seat. That was quite a bash last night. Most impressive.
I was glad you could make it.
My pleasure. Anna, as usual, looked delightful.
Yeah, she did. Your date, she looked quite smashing herself, Cheryl.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Although I was having a wonderful time, I couldn't help thinking about what the club had once been.
Greenies?
Yeah, Greenies. I was pretty sure that you must have known that it was once a mob hangout.
Yes. Ancient history, of course.
I hope so. You've got a nice club there, Duke. I sure hope it's on the up and up.
Yes. It certainly is.
You aware that Anna's investigating the disappearance of Martin Woods?
Yeah, I think she mentioned that.
A member of the Carter gang out of New Jersey. Sure that rings a bell? Carters and the Jeromes have been at war for years, so I understand. Jeromes, as I recall, were responsible for the death of your father. And now we have Greeny's favourite hangout of one Victor Jerome. But I guess you know all of that.
Yeah, I think this is a little out of your jurisdiction, Robert.
Duke, jurisdictions don't count this time round. Now, I'm warning you. If you're messing around with the mob, I'll find out about it. Because I'm not about to have my family's safety put in jeopardy again. You understand what I'm talking about.
Are you finished?
What?
Yeah, that's great. Come on, keep going.
Thank you.
Very good.
Do you think Daddy's in love with Cheryl?
No, they're good friends.
Well, did they stay, the night together, like you and Uncle Duke did?
Why do you want to know?
Well, I was just thinking. Well, if Daddy did, he'd be madly in love with her.
Well, I don't know what they did or they didn't do, really. I don't care either. But I do know that your father isn't in love with Cheryl Stansbury.
Mommy, you always said that when two people love each other, they want to spend all their time together. That means, like, they sleep in the same bed, but it's all right if you're in love.
Did I say that? Well, I don't know. Anyway, just because they went away together, it doesn't mean that they necessarily slept together like that, you know.
But?
People go away together sometimes, and they may stay at the same hotel, but they just have their different rooms and they sleep in different beds.
So, I'm pretty sure that's what Daddy did.
Yes, I'm sure that's exactly what he did. Did you tidy your room yet today?
I'll go tidy it more, but I think it's pretty tidy already. Mommy? Uncle Duke will be, at home more, won't he? He won't have to be going back and forth.
No, he'll be here more often. Yeah, like I said, as soon as we opened the club, he'd get a new manager, and then he'd be able to spend more time here. Just be a bit patient, that's all.
I will.
And if he's not here that often, we can always phone him. Oh. Which reminds me. Oh, sorry. Bless you, you're welcome.
Hello, Lavery's. Welcome home. This, of course, is Robert. I want to thank you for a great evening. Duke, I hope you haven't forgotten. You did say you'd drop in and see me this morning. Hi, Robert. Love you, darling. Bye-bye.
Hello, Ms. Devane. This is Fran Woods calling. I've already left a message on your office machine. I'm sorry to bother you at home, but it's real important that I see you. I can't be reached anywhere, so I'll just call you back. Okay, bye. Ms. Devane, this is... if you're there, would you please pick up? This is Fran Woods calling. You're still not home. Well, what I'll do is I'll keep trying to reach you. No, I'll call you again tomorrow. Bye.
You ladies would excuse me. I have a few business calls to make.
Oh, you could use Joyce's. She's not here today. Her office,
Oh, that's a great idea.
be right back. Excuse me, please. Me first.
You're pregnant?
I am not.
You said you and Sean were going to have a baby.
Oh, we are. Isn't it wonderful? Oh.
Yeah, and somewhat miraculous, too, huh?
What are you talking about?
Well, the last I knew, you had to get pregnant in order to have a baby.
Oh, silly Willie, we're going to have a baby after I get married.
Well, girls have been known to get pregnant before the wedding.
Well, I'm not a girl, and I'm not pregnant.
Well, good.
We have set a date, though, June 1st. And we discussed it, and we've agreed.
They were going to have babies.
I'm going to be a mother.
I don't believe it.
Whoops. Boy, seems to be my day for interrupting. I'm sorry.
No, of course not. I love it when my star comes to visit. What can we do for you,
Tiff.
sweetie?
Actually, I need to talk to Cheryl.
Talk away.
It's, well, it's about money.
Love building it.
General Hospital will continue in a moment.
Money, sweetheart, that is your department. I shall talk with you later.
Goodbye.
Uh-huh.
Actually, this isn't about me. It's about the foundation. I've had a chance to look over some of the books, and it seems to me that only 45% of the contributions coming in are actually going to the charities, whereas 55% are going to administration.
Yeah, that's not unusual in a setup like this.
Oh, really?
No, not at all.
That's funny, because it seems unusual to me.
Actually, the 45-55% split is relatively low.
Low?
Yes. It takes a lot of money to run an operation like this. We have to answer all the letters that come in. We have to hire people to do that. Then the letters have to be filed for future reference. Then membership files have to be compiled. Then there are basic operating costs, rent, maintenance.
Your salary?
What about my salary?
Well, it's very high.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Well, it was agreed to in the contract.
Well, I could fire you.
I'd sue.
You'd lose.
Don't be so sure.
Cheryl, think about it. You would be suing a foundation with no profit motives, whose only concern is to help people in need. I think that you would lose.
You're right. I'd probably lose. Since when are you a businessman?
I'm not.
Well, you're sure learning fast. I'll take a 10% cut.
Well, actually, I was thinking more along the lines of, say, 50%.
Are you crazy?
No.
All right, 20% and you'll keep the best administrator in town.
25%, and I'll keep you on salary.
Deal.
Good. You know, you just helped a lot of people.
Funny, I don't feel any better for it.
You will. It just takes a little time. Now that we've got money out of the way, what do you say we become friends once again? You know, I don't know why you are so wrapped up in all this money and managing funds and everything. Pretty young lady like you should be settling down, starting a family.
Oh, and he's a chauvinist to boot.
No, I don't think I'm a chauvinist. I just believe in family. I think it's important. I think that you would probably thrive on a relationship like that.
You know, I just might. I guess I've always been afraid to try.
Really? Why?
Because I never thought that I would really live very long.
Do you have some reason for thinking that way?
Yes. But I'm not going to waste your time talking about it.
No, you're not wasting my time. Honest, Cheryl. I'd really like to know.
All right. Well, I told you about the accident I had when I was a kid. And that I only have one kidney because of it. And I guess I've just always felt like if I had a family and something went wrong,
I wouldn't want to be a burden. I wouldn't want to cause them any pain.